Well, it is Friday here on the EHM Breakfast Show with Harry as we get ready for the weekend. And joining me, as always, is Amy Zavatto. Amy, how are you?
I'm great, Harry. How you doing today?
Very good. Looking forward to another busy weekend. Fingers crossed. It's getting hot, too. The summer has returned with the warm temperatures, and which is good. It's August, so
It's been a fickle season, right?
up and down, and some crazy weather too. But we're getting through, and it seems like the weekends are usually nicer than the weeks, so that's good news. And I hate to say this, we only got a few weekends left here of the summer.
I can't hear it. I can't hear it. I didn't hear you say it.
We have to make the most of it. Is what
we got to live in the moment, people.
That's right. So here's what we do. Amy is the editor-in-chief of the NorthForker and SouthForker magazines, and she knows all the great events that are happening all over this weekend. So let's start up here on the North Fork, and I know the North Fork Arts Center has something really cool they're doing with the tall ships and getting ready for the whole maritime experience out there.
Oh, yeah. So it's part of the America 250 Tall Ship Tour. And there's a great conversation going on tonight with the captain and crew of the triple-masted bark, the Eagle. And that's at the Sapin Theater at the North Fork Arts Center at 211 Front Street in Greenport. It is sponsored by the wonderful East End Seaport Museum. You'll get to hear from the captain and the crew about this beautiful tall ship, which is the largest active square rigger in the United States fleet and used to train future Coast Guard officers, if that's of interest to you. Listen to sea shanty songs and hear some tales of the sea. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's from 7 to 9 p.m. If you miss it, the Eagle will be docked in Greenport for the whole weekend on its way to its last stop on the Tall Ship Tour. It is free to attend, although there is a suggested donation of $30. Reserving a space is a good idea, and you can do that at northfork-artscenter.org.
That's perfect. And it's a great weekend out there. The weather's going to be good. I love when they do the Tall Ships Festival, and this is kind of part of that. It's just so much fun. So, and it's kind of rare, too. They're back in town for this weekend, so check that out. And check out, of course, NorthForker.com has the links to all of this for this great event. There's also something fun happening at the ice rink. Feels weird to see ice rink in Mitchell Park during the summer, but they're using the space well.
Well, the ice rink kind of has come and gone. Some years they have it, some years they don't. They didn't have it this past winter, which I think everybody was super sad about. But there's a community picnic going on at Mitchell Park at 115 Front Street in Greenport. And it's to celebrate 25 years of Mitchell Park, but also to raise funds to bring back that village ice rink, which we all miss so much. There will be tours of that Eagle ship that I was just talking about from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. There's going to be a free screening of that ice skating tour de force Blades of Glory at the North Fork Arts Center at 1 p.m.
The go-to movie, yes.
I know, right? From 6 to 10, there's live music from Deadwood and Friends. And you get to chow down at the Greenport Fire Department Marine Rescue Barbecue, which is happening during all of this as well. Lots of fun family activities. There's going to be a slap shot competition. I mean, it's like a whole day long thing. You could spend the whole day there. Go to greenporticerink.org for more information.
Greenport is certainly the place to be this weekend. There's a ton out there, but also so is Sylvester Manor, and they're doing their concerts this weekend too.
I love the Creekside concerts. They do these every summer at Sylvester Manor. It's truly one of my favorite special things to do every season. And this Saturday, if you head over to 80 North Ferry Road from 4:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., you can catch the Grammy-nominated British six-piece band, the James Hunter Six. And they're playing from their rhythm and soul-skewed songs from the new album, Off the Fence. There will be a food truck, there will be wine and beer available for purchase, but you can also just bring a picnic of your own and a blanket or your favorite, beach chairs, whatever makes you comfortable, and just hang out by the creek. It's so fun. Tickets are $55. Children 9 and under are free. The gates actually open at 4, so you can get on in there a little early, set up, and get your perfect spot. Bring some tick repellent. I highly recommend it. The concert is rain or shine, and you can get your ticket at sylvestermanor.org.
James Hunter's a lot of fun. I believe I caught him live years back at the West Hampton Beach Performing Arts Center, and that's such a cool spot, right? They have Creekside.
Such a great venue. Big favorite of mine. Yeah, love it there.
That'll be fun. Sylvester Manor, all part of the North Fork events that are happening this weekend. We're chatting with Amy Zavatto and from the editor-in-chief of NorthForker and SouthForker magazines. Now it's time to head down to the South Fork, and I love what ARF is doing these days, the Animal Rescue Fund of the Hamptons. They always have some fun events, and now they teamed up with SoulCycle for an event this weekend.
Yeah, ARF is just always thinking outside the box or thinking outside the doghouse. Maybe it's a little more fitting. They just do all these great events that bring people in. And it really is kind of like a do-gooder weekend in the Hamptons. And this is one of my favorite picks for if you want to do something good for the world or for pups. So it's this afternoon. And it's not too late to get in on this. You can go work up a sweat for the pups. You can sign up for the Soul Cycle charity ride to benefit ARF. It's at noon at the barn at 264 Butter Lane in Bridgehampton. And every rider helps give homeless animals a chance at a great new life, which is terrific. And before you start pedaling, you can have a chance to meet some of these crazy, adorable, adoptable dogs. The session is being led by Master Soul Cycle instructor Julie D. And you can start your engines at 12:45 p.m. Tickets are $60. Head to arfhamptons.org/events to save your spot for more info. Both Emily Toy, my staffer, and I at SouthForker, we both have adopted pups, and we love them so much, and they enrich our lives. I can't recommend it more highly.
Very nice. And today, if you're going to do SoulCycle anyway, do it for a great cause. Do it for ARF this afternoon. All right, the Cornell Cooperative Extension, they do some really nice events as well. And I guess they're celebrating Back to the Bays Day this weekend.
Yeah, thank goodness for Cornell Cooperative. They do all the good work. And on Saturday, their marine program is their annual Back to the Bays Day, and it's at the Whale's Tail at 78 Foster Avenue in Hampton Bays. It is from 4 to 7 p.m. There will be live music by Roots Foundation, a raffle, and a pretty exciting basket auction. And I got to tell you, Harry, I love a good basket auction. I can't resist them. There will be kids' activities. There will be fish printing using CCE's local FISH initiative, which is to help educate people about local fish and why they should be eating them. And of course, lots of food and drink. It is free to enter, but you might want to pre-register. It's appreciated. It's not required, but it's just a good thing to do so they know how many people are heading their way. You can do that at whalestailli.com, and you are automatically entered to win a special door prize if you do so.
That's a lot of fun. And you're doing something good for the environment and also having fun, too, this weekend. That sounds like a great event. Back to the Bays. Joan Osborne is coming this weekend to the Stephen Talkhouse. They got some good names this week. I know the Revivalists were just there. Jones this weekend. Some good shows this summer.
I mean, the Talkhouse is, of course, like the temple of great music. It's the tiny temple of great music. And, Harry, I'm sure you saw this. They just released a hardcover book.
Yes, that's really interesting to learn the history, too, of everyone who's played there and the whole experience.
Yeah, we have a story up on our site about it if people want to go check that out at southforker.com. But Sunday night, they are hosting Joan Osborne, who I love, and I know you guys play her on WEHM all the time. The show kicks off at 8 p.m. Tickets start at $110, which for that little room is actually pretty good. And you can head to stephentalkhouse.com and grab yours.
That's great. Joan coming back. She's always doing something on the island, it feels like, during the summer, and it's just a lot of fun to see her live. So, and
her voice is amazing. Yeah, I love her.
It'll be great this weekend, Sunday night. All right, that's what's happening on the South Fork. A little bit of something for everyone up on the North and South Forks. This weekend, we're chatting with Amy Zavatto, the editor-in-chief of NorthForker and SouthForker magazines, and there's a whole bunch of different stories going on. Now we kind of flip to the websites and check out the hard work that you guys do. Really, some interesting articles that you guys have up there right now.
Well, thanks, Harry. If you head over to northforker.com, you can read about Shelter Island's very first and only Korean restaurant, Blue Han, which I'm hearing rave reviews about from lots of folks on the island. And the wonderful Joanne Sherman covered that story for me. And if you head to our site, you'll get an overview of what to expect from the owner, Annie Kim. It's a pretty great spot on Stearns Point Road.
That sounds like a good time and a good meal too. That sounds like fun to head out there to Shelter Island. Now, there's also an article that you just posted. And I believe you worked on this specifically about Andrea Grover from Guildhall.
Yeah. So apparently, she announced this about herself a few months ago, but I was alerted to her diagnosis of ALS, and this tonight actually is the annual summer gala for Guildhall, which is always such a great event. And Andrea's been at the helm as the executive director of Guildhall for 10 years now, and they're honoring her. And she's being very public about her diagnosis. And I had the opportunity to interview her, and what an amazing conversation we had. She is such a deep well of resilience and just such a such a creative, wonderful force. Guildhall is so lucky to have her. And the diagnosis is actually kind of interesting because she has a rare marker that actually is a little bit treatable with this crazy disease. And if you go to the site and you read the story, you'll get to learn how there's a little bit of a silver lining here and there's some good hope. And just learn more about Andrea. She is phenomenal. She is worth the read, my friends.
She is an incredible story, and she's tackling it head on and with great humor too. It seems like I was just looking over some.
She's doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's funny. I saw on Instagram the other day, and I was like, wait a second, who knew? And that's just great that she is truly living life to the fullest, and a great story too. To check out on SouthForker.com this weekend or today. Check that out, and of course the big event at Guildhall. She's doing amazing work there as well.
And there's still tickets.
Yeah, amazing
you
work.
Go tonight.
Guildhall.org to get all the details for that. Amy, thank you so much. I do want to mention, before we wrap up, the 5th annual NorthForker Wine and Food Classic coming to Borghese Vineyard. We're getting closer.
We are inching our way closer. Every week we have a story up about one of our partners who are one of our vendors having delicious food or wonderful wine. There's so many of them. We just spotlight a few so you can see what to expect. And it's just such a great time. I love that event. I have such a wonderful time every year. And I highly recommend getting tickets. And if you go to NorthForker.com or even SouthForker.com, you can grab yours there.
Perfect. Thank you, Amy, for your time. We're getting ready for the weekend. Enjoy it. Thank you for your events. These look fun, and there's a little something for everyone. So thank you so much. And we'll talk to you next week.
Hey, thanks, Harry. You too. Have a great weekend.